Good morning. Welcome to day 3 of Love Thyself series in 4-8 Lifestyle. How are you guys all doing this morning? So excited to just be able to share what God laid on my heart when it comes to our verse of the day. And this week, this series is all built upon loving thyself, and how the more that we recognize how the Lord loves us and how we are designed. And good morning, Sandy. Thank you for joining us. And you guys, if I don't say hello to you, please don't take offense. I wear multifocal contacts, and so sometimes I see, but then as I move farther away from my phone, I can't see a lot of things. But I do really appreciate everybody who does come on live, and of course everyone who listens to the replays. But back to loving thyself, though. You know, a lot of people go, oh, well, this world is so self-centered and things like that. And yeah, it can be. And, you know, in the year, I think it was like 1538. Who thinks of the year 1538? But an author, and who's actually a Catholic priest, his name is Richard Rohr, and he wrote this book it's called Everything Matters. And in this book, he wrote about how the world was changed forever in the year 1538. And as you read on, it's because the mirror was invented, and it gave people a reflection of themselves. And so I sit and I think about, okay, we are such a self-centered society. However, we are to love ourselves. And there is no shame in having gratitude for yourself, having compassion and forgiveness for yourself, because that is who we are. We were created in God's image, and we were created to have forgiveness, and forgiveness of all of our flaws, but also then to have gratitude for everything and all the gifts and strengths that we have. And so today's Bible verse is 1 Corinthians 13:5. You're going to see a little series going on with this week, because this is the love verse, and it's love thyself, so we have to do this. So I'm reading this today out of the Passion Translation. Obviously, I wrote it down out of the Passion Translation Bible. I love what it says of love does not traffic in shame and disrespect, nor selfishly seek its own honor. Love is not easily irritated or quick to take offense. Whoa, love does not traffic in shame. So I just want you to sit back for a moment and think about, are there areas in your life where you feel shame, where you shame yourself? And an acronym was given to me, maybe a couple months ago, and for the word shame. And so I encourage you, if you are somebody who walks in shame, or you have shame over certain situations or certain events in your life that just continually, Satan just keeps on putting them right back in your head and right back in your head and reliving them. The word shame stands for should have already mastered everything. And so when you start to actually put that shame on yourself, what will happen when you go, there's no way I could have already mastered everything? So I'm going to release the shame, and I'm going to give it to God, and I'm going to focus on my strengths. I'm going to focus on the gifts that He has given me, and then I'm going to take those and I'm going to apply them in my areas of my life that I'm maybe a little bit more unbalanced, and I want to grow in those areas. Because that's the greatest thing, is we can take all of our strengths, all of our gifts, all of our everything that the God provided us for and with, and we can apply those into areas that we want to grow in. We want to become stronger. We want to become more balanced in our lives. And so this is another area of 1 Corinthians 13:5 that I love dissecting these Bible verses apart verse by verse. And this was influenced to me by Barn 45. If you have not gone in and become a member of Barn 45 on Facebook, I highly recommend it. They're on the internet every single morning, just dissecting one Bible verse at a time, and it's super cool. And so, but in 1 Corinthians 13:5, it also says love is not easily irritated or quick to take offense. Easily irritated. Oh my goodness. This causes me to get a little spanking because, man, I can get so irritated. I can get so irritated at just the goofiest little things. By literally, like, me and my husband working in the kitchen together, and he's amazing. He's in the kitchen with me all the time. He's helping me prepare. He's helping my body heal. He's creating things for us to eat. But maybe we keep running into each other as we're going back and forth in the kitchen. And instead of being joyful and being appreciative, there's times that we both just get irritated with each other. Can you relate to that? It's so goofy. But then in the Holcomb Standard Version, it actually says to not keep record of wrongs. And man, that hits home too. Where in our lives are we holding on to people that have wronged us? And so that led me this morning, we're getting 2 Bible verses this morning, and so that led me to Colossians 3:12 and 13. And I just want to share this with you because we are going to get ready to go forward. And we are going to move forward today, and I'm going to physically show you some areas where we can move forward in our bodies and our health to begin to continually expand our hips, because we love our hips, right? And so, but first of all, I want to read you guys First Colossians, the only Colossians, Colossians 3:13, and it's, or 3:12 we're going to start out at. Therefore, God's chosen ones, holy and loved, put on heartfelt compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. I just want you to sit for a minute, close your eyes, and I want you to visually see yourself putting on compassion, kindness, patience, humility, and gentleness. What does that look when that covers you? Because it goes on to say in 13, accepting one another and forgiving one another, not keeping record of wrong. Oop. If anyone has a complaint against another, just as the Lord has forgiven you, so you must also forgive. That's so good, you guys. Man, I'm always reminded when I read about not keeping record of wrong of Stacy Suderman, and I am going to call her out because she was my sister's best friend when I was in 4th grade. And she was mean to me with my sister. And I was mad at her for a long time. And then I became an adult and I recognized that is just goofy. We were kids. But man, oh man, look at how I just was sinning. And even as a child. And I was holding on to those wrongs that she had done to me. And so, Stacy, someday if you find this and you watch this, I love you, and I think about you actually often. Her dad actually married my husband and I, which is so wonderful. And so, but let's get moving now. And with all of that in mind, I want you to rise to your feet, and I'm going to put a block. Last week, I shared with you putting a block in between your legs is simply a way to keep engaged, drawing up with your core and grounding down with your feet, okay? I'm gonna move sideways because I said we were gonna go forward. We are gonna expand our hips. We are going to elongate our hamstrings, work out our hip flexors, and by just simply doing forward bends and then lifting our leg. So inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, spill forward as far as you can. If it's better for you to have a chair, you could also use a wall if you feel like you need some more stability. Wherever your maximum is, I encourage you, go to your maximum and then come up and only go to 70% today, maybe only 50%. And so simply hang. As you are hanging here in forward bend, maybe cradle your arms, maybe swing from side to side, opening up the sides of your waist. Continually, if you have a block in between your legs, keep squeezing that block together and feel how that energetically pushes your feet into the ground, how it expands your hips. Continue to breathe. Just drop your head, maybe shake it all out. Getting rid of everything and just laying all of that heartfelt compassion, gentleness, kindness, patience, and just allowing that to just shower over you. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale. And now let's engage one more by giving our hip flexors a little bit of work today and maybe encouraging a little bit of balance. If you would like to hold on to a wall, you certainly can, or if you have a chair, grab a hold of your chair, or you can just challenge yourself. So in order to do balancing practices, you want to really engage your feet into the ground. So right now, just press your right foot into the ground and maybe just bend your left knee. Once you've bent your left knee, maybe bring your left knee into your hands. As you press your right foot into the ground, roll your shoulders down onto your spine, squeezing your spine with your shoulder blades. Drawing your core up. Keep balancing, recognizing that balance. Maybe draw your left hip down. Feel how that opens up your psoas. Can you feel that all in your right hip as you draw and you just keep on drawing down, staying rooted, but then drawing up? Gets a little bit challenging when you're kind of moving yourself around as well. And if you want to challenge yourself even more with your balance, close your eyes. It's like, woo! Now, let's open it up. Take, and if you want to hold on to the wall, you certainly can, or you can stand like a little teapot, and simply keep pressing your left leg out with your left arm, drawing down with your right foot, expanding up, rolling your shoulders back. Keep breathing. That feels so good. Now, bring your leg back to center. Exhale, your left foot to the floor. Now, let's do the right side. Remember, engage. The first thing we want to do is stay focused. And you guys, just go back to that 1 Corinthians 13:5. Don't get irritated. Stay focused. There's no need to be irritated. We can become irritated when we do balancing practices because we feel like maybe we should be a little bit farther. Remember, no shame. There's no way we could have already mastered everything. So go ahead, bring your right knee up into the air, flex your right foot, drawing your left foot down into the ground. Give your left knee a little hug, or your right knee a little hug. If it's better for you, you can grab up underneath your thigh. Whatever's best. There's really no perfect in any of this. They call it practicing because we are always practicing. Feel just how open this is, just making the front part of your thigh. And now, bring it out to the right. Extend your left arm out to either grab a wall. You can grab a chair in front of you or beside you, or you can grab your little teapot. Then I'm going to fall over. So, all right, you guys, keep on flexing your right foot, pressing your left foot into the ground. Isn't that
that amazing how that just engages your core? Nothing that I hear more than from women is, man, oh man, I wish I could really draw this up and firm up my belly. And these great practices to stay on your feet, become more balanced, but also engaging your core and gaining strength there. So exhale, bring your leg back to center and come down to the ground. So there's a couple little practices, you guys, to expand your hips, open you up, give you more flexibility, give you more balance today. And so I thank you so much for joining me, loving yourself, just so you can expand and love yourself. Love so much that you can extend that to others. Thank you so much. I encourage you to meditate today on 1 Corinthians 13:5 or Colossians 3:12 and 13. Oh my goodness. Putting on. That's just so literal. I'm going to put on some compassion. Put on some patience. So, all right. Love you so much. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.